Did you know that there are 11 spiritual revelations kept by the universe especially for Gemini, and that these revelations have the power to completely transform the future that is unfolding for you? What if I told you that everything you have experienced so far, all the doubts, all the uncertainties, all the moments when you felt lost between two paths, all of this was preparing you to receive these 11 cosmic truths that will change the direction of your life? In this video, you will discover revelations so powerful that they will make you see your future with different eyes. We are not talking about common predictions or generic messages that apply to everyone. We are talking about specific, profound spiritual revelations that the universe has prepared exclusively for those born under the sign of Gemini. And look, if you don't pay attention to these truths now, you may end up missing opportunities that are knocking on your door at this very moment. The cosmos is moving in your favor, but you need to know how to interpret the signs. Each of these 11 revelations holds a key, an answer to something you've been searching for a long time. It could be about love, it could be about money, it could be about life purpose, or it could be about all of these areas at once. Because Gemini, you're entering a phase where everything connects, where all the pieces of the puzzle finally begin to make sense. Stay with me until the end because the 11th revelation is so impactful that it will make you rethink everything you believed about your destiny. And I guarantee when you finish watching this video, you won't be the same person anymore. You will awaken something within you that has been dormant for years. Revelation 1. Duality is becoming your greatest strength. Throughout your life, you've heard that Gemini is the sign of duality, the sign of two sides, two faces, two personalities. And often this has been presented as a flaw, as if you were fickle, indecisive, confused. How many times have you criticized yourself for not being able to choose just one path? How many times have you felt bad because while everyone else seemed sure of what they wanted, you were there, seeing possibilities in every direction? Well, the first spiritual revelation the universe wants you to know is this. Your duality has never been a problem. It has always been a gift. And now, at this moment in your life, this gift is being activated in a way you've never experienced before. The universe is telling you to stop fighting against your own nature. Stop trying to be like the other signs that follow a straight, linear, predictable path. You weren't born for that. You were born to move between worlds, to understand different perspectives, to be the bridge between opposing ideas. And do you know why this is so important now? Because the world needs exactly that skill. We live in times where everything is polarized, where people are stuck on one side or the other, unable to see beyond their own convictions. But you, Gemini, you have the ability to see both sides. You can understand contradictory points of view without losing your essence. This is not weakness, this is wisdom. And the universe is preparing you to use this wisdom in practical and powerful ways. In the coming months, you will realize that situations that previously left you paralyzed, divided between two options, will now begin to make sense. You will understand that you don't have to choose just one path. You can walk both. It may seem impossible, it may seem contradictory, but for you it is completely natural. That is the magic of Gemini. You are being called to integrate your multiple interests, your diverse talents, your various passions. Don't abandon anything. Don't force choices that limit you. The universe is expanding your field of possibilities, not reducing it. People will start seeking you out precisely because of your ability to move between different realities. You will become a mediator, a communicator, someone who can translate different worlds. And that will open doors you never even imagined existed. Revelation 2. Your communication is gaining manifesting power. The second spiritual revelation is about something that has always been natural to you, but which is now taking on a completely new dimension: your communication. Gemini, you were born with the gift of words. You know how to converse, you know how to express yourself, you know how to make people understand your ideas. But until now, perhaps you haven't realized the true power that exists in your way of communicating. The universe is revealing that your words are not just words. They are tools of manifestation. Everything you say, every idea you share, every conversation you have, all of this is creating your reality. And at this moment, that power is amplified. You are entering a phase where your words have a greater spiritual weight. When you speak with conviction, the universe listens and begins to move energies to make it a reality. Therefore, pay close attention to what you are saying about yourself and your life. If you keep repeating that things are difficult, that nothing works out, that you can't do this or that, you are programming your reality to reflect exactly those words. But the opposite is also true. And that is where the great gift of this revelation lies. When you start using your communication consciously, when you talk about your dreams as if they were already real, when you describe the life you want to live with detail and emotion, you are literally weaving the future with words. The universe is asking you to become a storyteller of your own life. Tell the story you want to live. Talk about it. Write about it. Share it with people close to you. And don't be afraid to dream big while doing so. Gemini, your mind is quick, your imagination is fertile, and now the cosmos is saying, use this to your advantage. Furthermore, you will notice that people are listening to you in a different way. Your opinions will begin to have more impact. Your suggestions will be more accepted. Your advice will transform lives. Because you are not just speaking, you are channeling universal wisdom through your words. And the more you recognize this power, the more it grows. There is a great responsibility here as well. You need to use this gift consciously, kindly, and truthfully. Don't waste your communicative energy on gossip, empty complaints, or words that destroy instead of build. The universe has given you a precious gift, and it expects you to use it to uplift, inspire, and enlighten. Revelation 3. The universe is fixing your relationships. The third spiritual revelation that will completely change your future has to do with your relationships. And Gemini, this is an area that has always been complex for you, isn't it? You are sociable, you love meeting new people, you make friends easily, but at the same time, sometimes you feel alone in the middle of a crowd. Sometimes you feel that nobody really understands you. You have many acquaintances but few confidants. Many superficial conversations but few deep connections. This happens because Gemini has such a rich, complex, layered inner world that it's really difficult to find someone who can keep up. But the universe is doing a deep job of cleaning and reorganizing your relationships. People who were in your life only out of habit, convenience, or fear of being alone. These people are being gently removed. And it may hurt at first. It may seem like you are losing friends, that people are distancing themselves, that you are becoming isolated. But that's not what's happening. What is happening is that the universe is opening up space for true connections to enter your life. Relationships that will nourish your soul, challenge your mind, and respect your need for freedom. Because Gemini, you need people who understand that you love deeply, but you also need space. You need people who stimulate your curiosity, who talk about interesting subjects, who don't trap you in suffocating routines. And these people are coming. Some are already on your path, you just haven't noticed yet. Pay attention to the new connections that are emerging now. That person who appeared out of nowhere, and with whom you felt an instant connection. That old friend who started talking to you again after years. That romantic interest that arose unexpectedly. The universe is orchestrating meaningful encounters. Furthermore, old relationships that were toxic, that drained you, that made you question your own worth. These are being definitively ended. And if you are still holding on to any of these relationships out of fear or guilt, today's revelation is a sign for you to let go. Trust that better people are coming. People who will truly see you, who will value your complexity, who will love you exactly as you are, with all your contradictions and all your brilliance. Before we move on to the next revelation, I need to ask you something very important. If you feel these messages are touching your heart, if you realize the universe truly prepared these words for you, then don't leave without subscribing to the channel. Click the subscribe button, activate the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos, and tell me in the comments where you're watching from, what city, what country. I love knowing that these messages are reaching Geminis all over the world. And if these revelations are making a difference in your life, if you feel this channel is helping you connect with your spirituality, consider becoming a supporter, a subscriber to the channel. Your contribution keeps this work alive and allows me to continue bringing profound and transformative content to you. Every bit of support, no matter how small, makes all the difference. Now let's move on to the fourth revelation, which will show you something surprising about your financial destiny. Revelation 4. Your creative mind is your greatest source of abundance. The fourth spiritual revelation the universe wants to share with you is about money and abundance. And Gemini, I know this can be a sensitive area for you. Perhaps you have a complicated relationship with money. Maybe you feel you never have enough, or that you have to work too hard to achieve little. Maybe you see other people prospering and wonder why it's harder for you. The truth is that Geminis often struggle with money because they are trying to make a living in a way that doesn't suit their nature. You weren't born to do repetitive, monotonous work that doesn't challenge your intelligence. You weren't born to be stuck in a routine that kills your creativity. And when you're in a job or situation like that, your energy doesn't flow, and consequently money doesn't flow either. But today's revelation changes all that. The universe is showing you that your creative mind, that restless mind that never stops having ideas, is actually your greatest source of wealth. You have a treasure inside your head, and that treasure is all the ideas, all the projects, all the possibilities you see. The problem is that until now you may have remained only in the realm of ideas, without transforming them into something concrete. Or perhaps you started 1,000 things and finished none. This is also very common in Gemini. But now the universe is giving you focus. It's showing you that you don't need to execute all your ideas, but you need to choose some and see them through to the end. And when you do that, when you take one of those brilliant ideas and really develop it, transform it into a product, a service, a project, then the money starts to come in. In the coming times, you will see opportunities to earn money doing things you love, things that use your communication, your creativity, your ability to learn quickly. Could be through the internet, it could be teaching something, it could be selling a skill you didn't even know had value. The universe is reminding you that you don't need to follow traditional career paths. You can create your own path. And in fact, you will prosper much more when you create your own path. So if you have a project tucked away in a drawer, if you have an idea that won't leave your head, if you have a talent you've never commercially explored, this is the moment to bring it to life. The universe is supporting creative initiatives for Geminis right now. It's sending the right people, the right opportunities, the right resources. But you need to take the first step. You need to believe that your ideas have value. And most importantly, you need to finish what you start. Discipline isn't a dirty word, Gemini. You can be free and disciplined at the same time. You can be creative and organized at the same time. And when you find that balance, your financial life takes off in ways you can't even imagine. Revelation 5. You are being prepared for a big change. The fifth spiritual revelation is perhaps one of the most intense, and you need to pay close attention to it. The universe is preparing you for a major change. And when I say major, I really mean major. It's not just any change, not a small alteration to your routine. It's a profound transformation that will affect several areas of your life at the same time. And Gemini, I know you like change, you get bored easily, you're always looking for something new. But this change that's coming is on another level. It can completely take you out of your comfort zone. It may involve a change of city, a change of career, a change of lifestyle, the end or beginning of important relationships. And the revelation that the universe wants you to understand is that all of this is already in motion. You may not be seeing it yet, but the cosmos is already preparing behind the scenes. You may have been feeling a different kind of restlessness lately, a strong desire to change everything, dissatisfaction with things that used to satisfy you, a feeling that you are living someone else's life, not your own. If you are feeling this, don't ignore it. This isn't a crisis, it's a calling. It's the universe nudging you, waking you up, showing you that it's time to evolve to the next level. Now, this change might be scary at first. It might seem risky, it might seem like you're throwing everything away without guarantees. And really, there won't be any guarantees. But the spiritual revelation here is that you don't need guarantees when you have faith. And faith isn't believing that everything will work out the way you planned. Faith is trusting that the universe is guiding you to where you need to be, even if the path is different from what you imagined. So if an opportunity for change appears, even if it scares you, consider it seriously. Don't let fear paralyze you. Gemini, you are an air sign. You were born to move, to flow, to explore. Stagnation goes against your nature and makes you sick. This change that's coming isn't meant to destroy you. It's meant to liberate you. It's meant to put you on a path more aligned with who you truly are. And even if you feel lost in the middle of the process, even if some things crumble before they can be rebuilt, trust. The universe knows what it's doing. You are being led to a better, truer, more personal future. And in a few months, when you look back, you will be grateful for having had the courage to embrace this transformation. Revelation 6. Your fears are illusions that are dissolving. The sixth spiritual revelation that will change your future is about fear. And Gemini, even being such a mental, rational sign, you carry deep fears that you may not even admit to yourself. Fear of not being enough. Fear of making the wrong choice. Fear of committing and then regretting it. Fear of being truly seen for who you are and being rejected. Fear of trying and failing. Fear of getting stuck. Fear of being alone. There are so many fears, and they remain there in the background, disguised as logic, practicality, and rationality. You convince yourself that you're not doing certain things because they don't make sense, because it's not the right time, because you need to plan better. But the truth is that many times it's just fear. And the revelation that the universe brings today is liberating. Your fears are illusions that are dissolving. They don't have the power you think they have. They are ghosts, shadows, stories that your mind created to protect you, but that now only limit you. And at this moment in your life, those illusions are being shattered. The universe is showing you through real experiences that what you feared so much wasn't so terrible after all. That you are stronger than you thought. That you can handle difficult situations. That failure isn't the end of the world. It's just learning. That committing doesn't mean losing your freedom. It means choosing where you want to invest your energy. Every time you face a fear, even a small one, you are breaking the invisible chains that held you back. And Gemini, you are in a phase where you will be invited to confront many of these fears. It may be uncomfortable, it may be difficult, but it is necessary. Because on the other side of these fears is the life you truly want to live. It is true freedom, not that superficial freedom of not committing to anything, but the profound freedom of being authentic, of making conscious choices, of living according to your values. The universe is giving you courage. It is sending you situations that force you to break free from paralysis. And even if you stumble, even if you make mistakes, even if things don't go perfectly, you're learning that you can survive, that you can get back up, that you can keep going. And that's the greatest victory against fear. Realizing that it no longer controls you. So when fear appears, and it will appear because that's human, you'll be able to look at it and say, I recognize you, but I choose to act anyway. And every time you make that choice, you'll be building a braver and freer version of yourself. Revelation 7. Your intuition is being powerfully activated. The seventh spiritual revelation is about a gift that Gemini usually doesn't get credit for, but that you have, and that is being activated now: intuition. People think Gemini is all mind, all logic, all reason. But the truth is that you have a powerful intuition, it just works in a different way. Your intuition doesn't come as a feeling in your gut, as it does with other signs. Your intuition comes as a quick thought, as an idea that arises out of nowhere, as a word someone says that suddenly connects everything. It's a mental intuition, and that's why you often don't even recognize it as intuition. You think it's just random thought. But it's not. And the universe is revealing to you now that you need to start trusting more in these quick insights you have. You know that first impression of a person? You know that idea that came to you out of nowhere and excited you? You know that feeling about a situation? That's your intuition speaking. And it's getting stronger, clearer, more precise. You'll start to realize that you know things without knowing how you know them. You'll be certain about decisions without being able to logically explain the reason. You'll sense when something isn't right, even if everything seems perfect on the surface. And the more you pay attention to these signs, the more you honor that inner voice, the more it will guide you. The problem is that Gemini has a habit of questioning everything. You even question yourself. Your mind is constantly analyzing, comparing, searching for evidence, arguing for and against. And in this whole process, you end up ignoring your intuition. But today's revelation is that not everything in life can be understood through logic. There are mysteries, there are synchronicities, there is a higher intelligence that is always communicating with you. And it communicates through your intuition. So the universe is asking you to find balance. Use your brilliant mind, yes. Use your analytical skills, yes. But also make room for what cannot be explained. Make room for feeling, for perceiving, for trusting without having all the answers. In the coming times, you will go through situations where intuition will be more important than logic. Situations where you will have to make quick decisions without time to analyze everything. And in those moments, your heightened intuition will be your greatest guide. Trust it. It knows paths that your conscious mind hasn't yet mapped out. Revelation 8. You are being called to teach. The eighth spiritual revelation will surprise you, because you may never have seen yourself this way. But the universe is revealing that you are being called to teach. And teaching doesn't necessarily mean becoming a teacher in a school, although it could be that too. Teaching means sharing what you know, what you've learned, what you've discovered along your path. Gemini, you accumulate knowledge in an impressive way. You are always reading, always researching, always learning something new. You move from one interest to another, absorbing information from completely different areas. And while other people may see this as a lack of focus, the universe sees it as a gift. Because you can connect knowledge from different fields and create unique insights. You can take something complicated and explain it in a simple way that anyone understands. You have the gift of translating ideas. And now it's time to use this gift not only for yourself, but to help other people. It could be through a blog, videos, a course, conversations with friends, social media posts, a book. The form doesn't matter so much. What matters is that you are being called to be a channel of information and wisdom. And when you accept this calling, when you begin to teach, something magical happens. You learn even more. Because teaching forces you to organize your ideas, to deepen your understanding, to see things from angles you hadn't considered. Furthermore, when you teach, you touch lives. You may not realize the impact your words have, but each person who learns something from you is being transformed. They are opening mental doors, changing perspectives, growing. And this comes back to you multiplied, in the form of purpose, fulfillment, and abundance. The universe is placing opportunities in your path for you to share your knowledge. Pay attention when someone asks for your opinion, when someone wants to know how you did something, when someone seeks your advice. This is not a coincidence. It's the universe showing you that you have something valuable to offer. And don't underestimate what you know. You may think that what you know is basic, that everyone knows it, that it has no value. But for someone who is a few steps behind you on the path, what you consider basic may be exactly the information that will change that person's life. So don't hide. Don't keep your knowledge to yourself. The universe gave you this curious and quick mind precisely so that you could be a multiplier of wisdom. Accept this role. Embrace this mission. And see how your life gains new meaning when you realize you can make a difference in other people's journeys. Revelation 9. The universe is bringing healing to your anxieties. The ninth spiritual revelation touches on a wound you may not like to admit you have. Anxiety. Gemini, your mind is a blessing, but it can also be a curse when you can't switch it off. Thoughts that won't stop, worries about the future, endless analyses of the past, 1,000 possible scenarios running through your head at the same time. This is exhausting. And you know it. There are days when you wish you could just rest your mind, just be present, just be. But it seems impossible. There's always something to think about, to solve, to plan. And this constant mental agitation creates anxiety. An anxiety that sometimes paralyzes you, that makes you postpone decisions, that steals your sleep, that leaves you tired even without having done anything physically. The revelation that the universe brings today is that healing is coming for this. Not necessarily an instant and magical cure where you will never feel anxiety again, but healing in the sense of learning to manage your mind in a healthier way. The universe is showing you tools, connecting you with practices that will help you. It could be meditation, it could be conscious breathing, it could be writing, it could be walking in nature, it could be therapy. The method will vary from person to person, but help is coming. Pay attention to what crosses your path. That video about relaxation techniques that appeared out of nowhere. That friend who told you about a therapist. That book that was recommended to you about mindfulness. The universe is sending you resources, but you need to be open to receiving them and, above all, to using them. Because Gemini has a tendency to accumulate information but not apply it. You read about meditation but you don't meditate. You know you should exercise but you don't. So this time, commit to actually practicing. And understand that taking care of your mental health is not a luxury. It's not a whim. It's not a waste of time. It's a vital necessity. Your mind is your most important tool, and you need to take care of it. Furthermore, part of Gemini's anxiety comes from wanting to control everything, wanting to predict all the outcomes, wanting to be sure before acting. And the universe is teaching you to let go of that control. It's showing you that you don't need to have all the answers, that you don't need to plan every detail, that you can take a step without knowing exactly where you'll end up. Trusting the process, trusting the flow of life, trusting that you have the inner resources to deal with whatever comes. That's what will truly heal your anxiety. And when you start practicing this, when you start to relax a little and loosen the control, you'll feel a lightness you haven't felt in years. You'll finally be able to rest, finally enjoy the present moment, finally stop living in the future or the past and inhabit the now. Revelation 10. Your hidden talents are being revealed. The 10th spiritual revelation is about something very special. Talents you possess but haven't yet discovered or never valued. Gemini, you are a box of surprises. You have abilities you can't even imagine. This happens because you experience so many different things throughout your life that sometimes you don't realize how good you've become at something. You learn a little from here, a little from there, explore various fields, develop various skills. But because you're always moving on to the next thing, you never stop to recognize how much you've already mastered. The universe is now bringing situations that will make you realize talents that were hidden. Someone might praise something you do that you didn't even realize was special. You might be challenged to do something you've never done and discover you have a natural aptitude for it. An old interest, something you did as a child and abandoned, might return strongly to your life, asking to be explored again. Pay attention to these signs. They are not random. They are the universe showing you pieces of yourself that you've left aside, but that are still alive, still waiting to be developed. And these hidden talents can be the key to that life change we talked about before. They can be the source of income you didn't expect. They can be what brings you the most joy and fulfillment. Gemini has such great vast potential that it would be a waste to leave it all dormant. And the universe doesn't want you to waste it. It wants you to flourish completely in all your possibilities. So if you feel a calling to learn something new, to resume an old hobby, to develop a skill that has always interested you, don't ignore it. Don't say you don't have time, that it's nonsense, that you're too old. It's never too late to discover a talent. It's never too late to be good at something new. And in fact, Gemini has this advantage of being able to learn new things easily even at any age. Your youthful mind, your constant curiosity, means you always have the capacity to absorb new knowledge. Use this to your advantage. Also, don't compare your talents to those of others. Don't look at someone who is already super developed in some area and give up before you even start. Everyone started from scratch one day. Every talent needs to be cultivated, practiced, perfected. The important thing is to start, to take the first step, to allow yourself to be a beginner, to allow yourself to make mistakes, learn, improve. And when you least expect it, that talent that seemed hidden will be blossoming, will be bearing fruit in your life, will be showing you possibilities you never dreamed existed. Revelation 11. You are destined for an extraordinary life. We've reached the 11th and final spiritual revelation, and this is the most powerful of all. It's the one that will completely change the way you see your future. Are you ready? Here it is. You are destined for an extraordinary life. Not an ordinary life, not a mediocre life where you merely survive and get by. An extraordinary life, full of unique experiences, meaningful connections, and achievements that go beyond what you think is possible now. And this isn't just a pretty motivational phrase. It's a spiritual truth that the universe wants you to understand deeply. You weren't born under the sign of Gemini by chance. You didn't receive this brilliant mind, this communication skills, this insatiable curiosity, this incredible adaptability. All of this wasn't given to you by chance. It was given because you have a mission in this life. A mission that involves connecting people, sharing ideas, breaking down barriers, opening minds. And to fulfill this mission, you cannot live a small life. You cannot settle for the minimum. You cannot let fear or doubt prevent you from reaching your full potential. The universe is calling you to more. More experiences, more learning, more adventures, more love, more success, more impact. And you can choose to answer that call or you can choose to ignore it. But know that every time you choose security over possibility, every time you choose the familiar over the extraordinary, you are saying no to your own destiny. And that hurts more than any failure, because you know deep down that you were made for more. These 11 revelations you received today are not just information, they are activations. They are keys that open doors within you. And now that you know these truths, you have a responsibility. The responsibility to act on them, to honor what the universe is revealing, to trust the process even when it seems difficult. Your future is not written in stone. You are writing it now with every choice you make, with every thought you think, with every word you speak. And if you choose to incorporate these 11 revelations into your life, if you choose to live according to the wisdom shared today, your future will be transformed in ways you can't even imagine yet. You'll look back in a few years and hardly recognize the person you were before understanding these truths, because you will have evolved so much, grown so much, accomplished so much. And it all starts now with you deciding to believe that yes, you deserve an extraordinary life. And that yes, you have everything you need to build that life. Hey Gemini, how are you feeling after receiving these 11 spiritual revelations? I sincerely hope that every word in this video has touched your soul, ignited something within you, and given you clarity about the path that is opening up. Because these revelations are not just predictions, they are invitations. The universe is inviting you on a journey of transformation, growth, and fulfillment. And the choice to accept this invitation is yours. Now I want to leave you with a challenge. Choose one of these 11 revelations, the one that impacted you the most, the one that made the most sense for your life at this moment. And in the coming days, do something concrete related to that revelation. If it was the revelation about communication, start paying attention to your words and use them consciously to manifest what you want. If it was the revelation about relationships, have that difficult conversation you've been putting off. If it was the revelation about change, take the first step towards it. Real transformation happens when we move from the realm of ideas to action. And I know you can do it. You have within you everything you need to create the extraordinary life that awaits you. Before you leave, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. This is very important because I bring you profound and transformative content every week. And you won't want to miss the next messages the universe has prepared for you. Activate the notification bell to be notified whenever there's a new video. And tell me in the comments, which of these 11 revelations touched your heart the most? Which one do you most need to hear right now? I love reading every comment, every story, every experience you share. That's what makes this channel so special. This exchange, this community of souls seeking evolution. And if you feel this work is making a difference in your life, if you value having access to this quality spiritual content, consider becoming a supporter of the channel, a subscriber. Your support is what allows me to continue dedicating time and energy to bringing these messages to you. And every contribution, no matter the amount, is received with great gratitude. Gemini, you're on the right track. The universe is on your side. Your spirit guides are protecting and guiding you. And your future is bright, full of beautiful possibilities. Trust the process, trust yourself, and allow yourself to live the extraordinary life that has always been your destiny. A hug full of light for you, and until the next video.